bookish friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Emily, and this is my channel Books for Life, and I cannot believe that we are almost done with June. So I am filming this Saturday, June 29th, so this may not be posted until like partway through July, but I just cannot believe how quickly this year is flying and how many great books that I've read so far this year. So I thought that I would share some stats with you and also do the Midyear Freak Out Tag. So as of today, which I said is Saturday, June 29th, I have read 51 books, which I planned on reading 100 books for my Good Years challenge. So I am doing really, really well. And that equals out to be 18,658 pages. 27 of those books are YA, 22 adult, and 2 of those books were middle grade books. I am shocked that I have almost the same amount of adult books as I do YA books, because I thought that I primarily read YA, but I guess that's not the truth. I did not try to figure out fantasy versus contemporary versus all that. That was not anything I tried to figure out. I think primarily they were fantasy with a decent amount of like adult contemporary and adult like mystery. The oldest book that I've read so far this year was The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, which I read during the month of June, and that was published in 1985. I've read several new releases in 2019, from Shout by Laurie Halse Anderson to Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schulte. So I've read a couple new releases. Oh, The Wicked King. So there's been a lot of like newer books on my shelves this year. The shortest book that I read was No Exit by Taylor Adams, and that was only 278 pages. And then the longest book that I read was Outlander by Diana something, I'll put a picture here, and that was 850 pages. And my average rating is 4.1 stars. So those are some awesome stats. So my goals for this year, I told you that I wanted to keep better track of what I was reading, and I'm doing that through 2 ways. One is through this Always Fully Booked planner, which is what I'm referring to right now. I have my lists. And the other way was through Goodreads, and I have done well with both of those. I update Goodreads every time I finish and start a book, and I update this a couple times throughout the month. My other goal was to read 100 books. I'm 51 out of 100, so I'm doing well there. I also said that I wanted to participate in 3 readathons throughout the year. I've already participated in 1, which was the March Mystery Madness. I'm going to participate in the Bookie Trials during the month of July, and definitely 1 more, so I'm right on track with that. So I'm also trying to complete the A to Z challenge, and I only have 7 letters left. So those would be G, I, P, Q, U, Y, and Z. So hopefully I'll find some books throughout the year to fill those up. Another goal that I had this year was to read a couple book series, and I have completely read 3 of those, and I had 9 on my list. So I've done okay. So I've completely read 3 of those, and the 3 that I've completely finished are Six of Crows, Vicious and Vengeful, and The Wretched of Merwood. I've started the Witcher series. I'm on the 2nd one of those, and that one I do plan on reading 1 each month, and that's going to take me through December. So I still have to read The Magicians by Lev Grossman, Renegades, An Ember in the Ashes trilogy, Strange the Dreamer, which is on my shelf, I'm just too lazy to get it out, and then Scythe and Thunderhead. So I know that I'll get to them. Hopefully I'll get to them soon, but I haven't done really well with my series yet. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the Midyear Freak Out Tag. I have no idea who created it. If I happen to find the original creator, I'll leave them linked below. I've seen a ton of people do this so far this year, and I knew I wanted to join in. To my knowledge, I wasn't tagged by anyone, but oh well. So the first question is the best book that you've read so far this year, and I'm going to divide this up. I'm going to say that my YA best book of this year so far would be Six of Crows, and then my adult book, I'm actually going to pick 2. I'm kind of cheating, but those would be Educated and The Great Alone. The second question is the best sequel, and again I have 2 amazing sequels that I've read this year. The first one would be The Wicked King and Crooked Kingdom. Question 3 is a new release that you haven't read yet but that you want to. So A Curse So Dark and Lonely is one that I've been dying to get to. That was released earlier this year. I think it was in February. The fourth question is, what is your most anticipated book for the second half of the year? And I have no idea. I was going to say Crescent City, but I guess that is now going to be in early 2020 instead of September of this year. But I did hear The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black, which is the third in the Folk of the Air, I think it's what it's called, that trilogy. I don't know. But, you know, The Wicked King, The Cruel Prince, that one. I believe that's coming out now this fall, like November. So if so, then that's my most anticipated release. 5 is your biggest disappointment. And this wasn't really disappointment because I did still enjoy it. I think I still gave it 4 or 3.5 stars. So it was still a good book to me, or series, but that would be Vicious and Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. I guess because there was so much hype, I was just expecting to love it more than I did. Like, I was expecting that to be a 5 out of 5 read for me, and it wasn't. It was still a great duology, but it was slightly disappointing because I was expecting more. Now, on the flip side, number 6 is your biggest surprise this year, and I would say that actually might be the Lady Sherlock series. I was not, like, I didn't know anything about this. I just happened to find out an audio and I was like, I wonder what this is. And I just happened to listen to it, and then I devoured all 3 right in a row because I really enjoyed them. I think because it was a series I was not familiar with, it just took me by surprise by how much I enjoyed them. Question 7 is favorite new author. That has to be Christina Lauren. I can't even tell you how many books of hers I've read so far this year. 7 maybe, and I have The Unhoneymooners on my radar for the next maybe month or 2. I'm really excited to get to that one. I've just devoured anything I can by Christina Lauren. Question 8 is new fictional crush, and I think I have to go with Jamie Fraser. I mean, he's just absolutely amazing from Outlander, although he's not completely new because I've already watched the TV series, but he was new in book form, and he was just as amazing in book form as he is on the TV show. Question 9 is new favorite character. I have no idea. I couldn't come up with an answer to this. I hemmed and hawed. Maybe Nina or Inej from Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I do love both of those characters, but I'm really not sure. There are some really great characters that I've connected with this year, and then there were some ones that I haven't connected with. I just finished Where the Crawdad Sings, and I liked the female protagonist in that. But I think I'm gonna go with Nina or Inej. Number 10, a book that made you cry. Crooked Kingdom. I cried so hard after reading that book. So, yeah. 11, a book that made you happy. All of Christina Lauren's books have made me happy. I've loved them all. They're all fantastic. Check them out. Number 12 is the most beautiful book you've bought so far this year, and I'm going to have to go with The Language of Thorns. I don't have it with me. I'll put some pictures all around so you can see, but man, the illustrations in that book, they're just stunning, and they like progress as you go through. It's such a beautiful book. And then what books do you need to get to? Well, all of the books I've already mentioned I need to get to, all the series that I haven't gotten to yet, and way too many. I still obviously have 49 more books I have to get to in order to meet my goal. So lots of books. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed like my mid-year check-in and the mid-year freak out tag. Let me know what were some of your favorite books so far this year, some of your disappointments, some of your surprises, all of those things in the comments below. I'd love to chat with you. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I'll be back with more bookish videos soon. As always, keep reading!